Well, this is how Ralph is spending his Saturday morning. And you're looking at these and you think, well, have you got computer fans on your desk, Ralph? Well, they are computer fans. They're quite big ones, 120mm. I bought 2 of them for £7, brand new ones. And I also bought 2 of these. Well, you get 2 for £10, so I wasn't going to argue with it. They're cheap enough. These are 12-volt thermostats. They do an identical one that's 240-volt. I've also got one of those for another project. But all you need for this is just a 12-volt power adapter, something like that. So what I'm going to do is on the outside of the thermostat, on the outside of the propagator rather, I'm going to mount this socket. So I only have to plug the power supply into it. The wires will loop inside, come out again to this thermostat, which will be on the outside. And if you disconnect the power, it remembers the settings, which is great. The output, and I've just twisted these 2 wires together, you see, it's wired up to these fans. And this would either work in a propagator or it would work on a computer, if you like. A bit irritating with computers because often the fans just run all the time and they don't need to. If you had a proper thermostat on it, they could kick off at the times when the room's cool, and thereby saving you a bit of electric, I guess. So anyway, at the moment I've set this so that as soon as the temperature hits around 27 degrees, which is optimal for seedlings, once you start getting above 27 degrees, they start leaning over and the leaves wilt and you're in a whole load of trouble. Heating the propagator is not a problem, plenty of propagator heaters. But a throughput of air is essential, and like I say, it helps strengthen the stems of the seedlings as well. So there's a probe which will sit inside the propagator, and I'm just going to hold it with my hand just to raise the temperature. And if you watch, as soon as that gets to 27 degrees, there we go, the fan's kicking. I've taken my hand off the sensor so the temperature drops. It will drop, it'll start to drop quite quickly in a second. There we go. And as soon as that drops down to about 25 degrees, the fans will kick off. So that should maintain the temperature between that 25 and 27 degrees. Obviously, if you've got a heater, you've got a thermostat on that as well. But this is independent of that and provides the necessary air needed for a propagator. And I should be able to fool this, well, I've got peppers at the moment. I've got 4 or 5 peppers coming up, and I've got some tomato plants. I've got them in early. But as soon as this drops 25 degrees, there you go, fans kick off. And again, if the temperature of the propagator rises and goes to 27 degrees, the fans will kick in again. So that's my little project. I was just trying to work out a way of doing it that works well for the plants. So that's it. If you want to make one of those, as I say, eBay, you can buy 2 of those for £10. You might get one on its own for perhaps 7. But look for 12-volt thermostat, 120mm fans. You can make yourself a little cardboard template of that as a cutting. Use a jigsaw in your propagator to cut the hole, or depends on the kind of plastic. Obviously, if it's brittle plastic, you'll have to go steady. And that's it. That's all you need. 1 each end, and you'll soon work out which way round to put the fans. That's it. Ralph project, Saturday morning. Sunday at Ralph's house. Yeah. Not totally related to the house, but it's a job I've been meaning to do over this weekend. Had lots of little jobs, done a couple of videos. But the Allwin, this is a very simple Allwin, because you get a win, whichever slot you land in, it doesn't matter, you always get the same power. But the foil win, should we call them icons, have all long since worn away, and you can buy them. I know somebody on eBay is now doing them, but what I've done is I've printed a set, and hopefully today I've got all the screws out of this, what should we call it, a bezel, but now I need some side cutters to pull this pin out, and then we'll put this strip in. Should brighten the machine up a little bit. Right, let's see how we get on. What do you reckon? Good enough, eh? Win, win, win. Right, let's see if we can win. Oh, so close. It's another 2 bit. I tell you, it'll take more than you ever get out of it. Right. Pull the little lever. And it's another loss. Come on, we've got to get a winner. Here we go. Fingers crossed. No, it's another loser. Told you, it'll take more than you put in it. But everybody has to play it. Try again. Oh, another go. Oh, so close. No winners. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe.